evening, everyone present here. Thank you for joining us for today's Power Talk session on the influence of colors in your creatives. So, my Captain Power Talks is powered by QFIS, who's a cloud-based on-demand mentorship platform where you can easily connect and conversate with mentors. They also offer a complete set of tools such as knowledge and skill-based workshop and provide coaching to upskill candidates. So let me take a minute to welcome our guest, Mr. Karan Silverstone. He manages a team of brilliant designers at Coil Wholesale USA. With over 8 years of experience in the creative industry, he's an expert in graphic designing, 2D visualization, interactive designing, branding, and has consistently created quality content, quality creatives for all his clients. So without taking much of your time, sir, I hand it over to you.
Hello all. So this is Karan Silverstone. I'm just going to take you for today's session. So I come from a background of graphic designing. So I did my graduate in BTech Electronics and Media Technology, and then I did my advertising in PG, postgraduate in advertising design, and then I joined a company called Bond Group. So there I was working as a graphic designer for like 2 years, and then I switched on to a company called Cube Cinemas, where I was the creative head for 4 years there. So I handled so many brands called Cube, CubeWire, Cube Cinemas, Movie Buff, Just Tickets. So those were the brands that I was handling there. And then I moved to a company called Coil Wholesale, and I'm handling some bunch of graphic designers there, and I'm heading the team. So this is the brief about me. And so let's go to the session today. So the session is the influence of colors in your creatives. So before jumping into the actual session, I need to take you through the basics of the colors to know what the colors are. So from there we can just go how the colors works in the creatives. So are you guys able to see my screen, everyone? Yeah.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible.
Okay, cool. Okay, so so the basics of the colors is it comes as the primary colors and the secondary colors. So what are the primary colors? The primary colors are nothing but the red, blue, and yellow. So why are these called as primary colors is that these are the colors which is the main colors which can be combined into the other colors. So these colors are formed by itself when the other colors have been formed by the combination of the primary colors. So these are the main these are the three colors of the primary. These are the three colors, that's red, blue, and yellow. So as I said to you, the other colors have been combination of the other primary colors. The secondary colors. The secondary colors are purple, green, and orange. So these are the combination of the primary colors. So say red, blue gives you the purple, blue, yellow gives you the green, and red, yellow gives you orange. So these are the secondary colors. So down the line, I will explain you how this primary and secondary colors works. So just know what is the primary colors. So again, to brush up, it's red, blue, and yellow, and purple, green, and orange will be the secondary colors. So again, the territory colors. So the territory color is nothing but the nearby color. Say if the nearby color would be the light red, orange, or if I say yellow is going to be the bright yellow, light yellow. If I'm going to see the green, it's going to be the light green, dark green. If I'm going to say the blue, it's going to be the light blue, dark blue. If I'm going to say the purple, it's going to be the light purple and the dark purple. So these are going to be the territory colors. So the shades of the other colors, it's going to be the territory colors. So apart from this primary and secondary colors, we have pure colors, tints, shades, and tones. So what are pure colors is that the colors that itself, say red is a pure color, blue is a pure color. So there's nothing, it's the original color itself is the called pure colors. So when I say it's tints, when I add some white to the red, say if I'm going to give some white tint to the red, it's called tint. Or if I'm going to apply some black, it's going to be called as shades. Or if I'm going to apply some gray to the color, it's called tones. So these are the basic things that you have to know before knowing how the colors work in the creatives. So now knowing the shades, tints, and the primary secondary colors, these are the color wheel that you guys would have been come across a lot of time. So the left side will be the warm colors and the right side will be the cool colors. So the warm colors are more vibrant, and it's been used most on the products and packaging as well, as it's going to be very vibrant. And the cool colors are the colors that being used only when you say on corporates or on any say it's going to be like on any corporates, or it's going to be on any creatives that you have to be very mm, say it's going to be like on very and moving to the color wheel, we are going to come to the complementary colors. So the complementary colors are nothing but the opposite of each colors. When I if you see the if you see the color wheel here, so the opposite of the red is going to be green, and opposite of the blue is going to be yellow, and opposite to be the green is going to be red, and opposite to the orange is going to be blue. So when I create some creatives, when I'm going to do some creatives, when I use more than 2 3 colors, I opt to do with complementary colors. So say if I'm going to take red as my primary color for the branding, I would use green or black as a complementary color. And I'm going to do as an orange as my primary color, I'm going to take the opposite color of the color wheel, say the blue, or if I'm going to take the purple, it's going to be the yellow. So that's how the complementary colors works on the branding. So for an example, if you see this website creative in the front page, you see the more in the creative is the blue. Out of 70% is blue in this creative, and there is 30% of tint of orange in it. So the combination of this creatives, what it shows is, it says it's time to fire markership. Marketing is the tagline, or the message that is going to be hit on the first screen, and get started free now is going to be the call of action. So the call of action button has to be hit on the audience. So if I say, even though the blue has 70% dominating here, the orange gives us the feel to click the button, or it's the call of action. So it takes the more of attention from this creative. So that's how the complementary colors works here, and also that's how the ratio of the colors works here. So mainly when you do some branding, you also has to take care of the people who have some color blindness also. So say people who have color blindness, they have a struggle between the green and red. They don't differentiate between what is red and what is green. For some people the green looks like red, and for some people the red looks like green. That's how it goes. An interesting fact is that even if you come across a fact, the Facebook brand, the Mark Zuckerberg, he has a color blindness, so he didn't opt to go with red or green, so he chose blue. So for people who have color blindness, the blue works very well on across all people. Say the blue gets over the color blindness, and people can come across this or overcome on this color blindness things. So so that's an interesting fact that you can just come across. So apart from this primary, secondary, tint shades, and other colors, these are the other set of things that you have to know, is that analogs, monochromatic, triangle, rectangle, and square. So what is it is, analog colors are the colors, suppose say I'm just going back to the color wheel. So if I have to take a tint from blue to purple, so it's going to be a gradient. So the both blue and purple comes to the same family, and it gives a gradient. So these are called analogs. So monochromatic is that I take only the blue, and it gradient is going to go to the white. So from blue from one color to white is called monochromatic. There's no other colors going to go involved. Whereas analog, the family colors, say the dark yellow, even you can, if I go to the color wheel, from you can just take from dark green to light green. So it's going to come in the same family. So that's also called as a analogs. So you're going to do a creative, and you wanted to use 3 or 4 5 colors on a creative. So how do you do that is, like, say when you have the color wheel and you draw a triangle inside the color wheel. So if you choose a red, so the triangle is going to go like this. So you can just go to the opposite colors and the diagonal colors. For the purple, it's going to be the green and orange. So if I had to take, I don't need 3 colors. I know I wanted to use more than 3 colors. Then you can just go to the square. So the square can be rotated inside the color wheels wherever you want, and you can choose the 4 colors that you wanted to use. Same applies with the square also, rectangle, square. So for the all the 3 things, it's the same thing. What the thing is that you have to use the colors according to the geometric proportions, so that you get the right color combinations and it complements each other. Okay, so after this, knowing about this basics of the colors, let's get into the each colors place in the actual topics today. What topic is today is that how it applies on the creatives. So when I say the color red, so first let's see the red. So red, when you go, if you had been to the supermarket, you have seen everything. You have seen every packaging in red. Say Colgate, Red Label. The most of the products would be in red. The thing is that the red gets attention, people's attention more on it. Suppose wherever it is. Suppose say even for the danger symbol they use red because to get the attention of the people. So that's how red works. And more of red is also it can cause, suppose say if I use more of red in my creatives, it can also cause fear and anxiety to the creatives. Say for the horror films they use red more in it. Also for the negative things they use more red in it. So the proportion should be in a way that it doesn't hit so much on your creatives. So that's how red works. The color orange, the color orange is also more like red, but it has the tint of yellow in it. So it gives a warm feel in it. So say if orange is very interesting psychology, meaning it combines of red power with the yellow friendliness. So what I said is same. It has the orange color has the yellow tint in it, which gives the more of comfort, warmth, and uh, where your creatives can be more used on, say for the people who are in media field, or people who are in the food industry, or people who are in creating fun and all. The visuals has to be the visuals has been in orange. It gives a good feel for them. So that's how orange works. So this orange and yellow has a very mild line between them. Say the yellow is more of happiness. So if you see your smiley ball, or if you see a signboards, and the interesting fact about the yellow is, as a as a child, the first baby has to visit the witness a color is in yellow. It witness yellow the first, and then the other colors. So that's how yellow is. So it gets an attention to anyone. Even the signboards is in yellow, the smiley balls, or the uh, anything that has to get a easy attention from the people. People uses yellow, and it's a color that catches to the eye very easily. So the color green. So the green itself has the representation of its own name. Green is a greenery. It gives the people peace. When I go to the hill station, I see a lot of trees, and I see a lot of greenery in that. I get a peace on it. So where the green has been used is more on products like herbal products, or the products where the growth has been. Suppose say my products is a product which has a growth in it, so I can use green in it. My product is an herbal product, or it's a product based on leaves and trees. I can use green in it. And the more of green is the green color gives us the relieve stress and portray health, rest. So these are the things that it and the advantage of the green is it has no negative impact. Say if as I told you in the red, when we use more of red, it gives you fear and anxiety. But whereas in the green, it doesn't do that. So that's a advantage of the green color. So the blue. So the blue is the most important colors that been used in the creatives and the branding. If I say blue, blue dominates any branding. Say when I wanted to do a corporate branding, the blue comes in the first place. Say because it has the elegant color, and it can complement more of black and white in it. Uh, and it has a most it can be uh, in a distress, calm and down and think most ideal situation. So that's how it works. So if you take any corporate brands, say TCS, HP, Dell, or any corporate colors that even used, they use blue more. So that's a blue is more as set as a corporate color. The purple color. So the purple is more very not wisely used because it's a more of a color which gives us loyalty and luxury. So this color has not more into the branding, but still people in the hotel industry or in the people who have fun industry, they use purple in it. So this is purple. And pink is more on the woman stuff. So when I say pink, you can always relate it to woman. So the products which is being giving more on the woman, say hospital which has woman care has pink in it. The Women's Day or the products that been woman using it has pink in it, and the pink represents always love in it. So so the pink is more widely used on the woman side of branding. Brown, this is the least color that been used in any branding. So brown doesn't, people don't prefer brown on branding at all. Say brand, not in the creatives, on branding I say. uh, so since this color doesn't complement the other colors much, and the visibility of the color and the attention of the color is very less, people don't use brown much. Color gold. Gold is one of the color which gives more of confidence and luxury, and it has a various of charm. So the gold doesn't, we don't, they people when comes to the branding, they don't use gold as only they don't use gold as only color. They use with a combination of black or gray. So with these colors, they use the branding which will really come out well. If you see the hotel industries or any luxury brands, the gold stands out. So this is one of my favorite color, the black. So without this color, black, there is not going to be any branding at all. Say your main color would be any color, say the blue or gold or red or something else. But there will be another complementary color where you have to use it for text, or you have to use it for the caption, or you have to use it for the standout lines. You need black in it. So the more of black even represents depression, or some people take it as an evil, or it's going to be any very depression mode. Like when they use more of red and the more of black, it's going to come little depression mode. But the way you use the color is the matters. When you take the Apple brand, they use black more, but still they are elegant. So the thing is that they use more of white space on it with the black on the center of attraction. So that's how it gives an elegant look. So that's how black works. And white, again said, the black and white, both the colors are the complementary colors for any color of brandings. So white cannot be used as a single branding color. But when I use more of red, or black in my creative, I use the white as a complementary color to balance the creatives. So those are the colors on how they work on branding. So to summarize that, the bright colors works on physical activity, and the cooler colors works on the mental activity. So that's how the it works. Now let's look onto the colors that is affected, that is being related to the each wordings. So when I say trust and security, the blue tops, the blue comes on the top. So let's relate to some brand. Okay, so say if I'm going to say TCS, or if I'm going to say the Cognizant, or if I'm going to say the Dell, those are the products, and those are the people who gives serve as a services based companies. So they need more trust and security in it, so they use more blue in it. So that's how say, so the blue tops there. When I say speed, the red comes first. For example, Ferrari, or any speed things. When you relate speed, the red tops up there. When I say cheapness, the orange comes first. So where do I say cheapness? So say on the food industry, when I say McD, or when I say any products that has come on food industry, or any products that has come on, so I market them on the cheapness side. So the orange comes first there. High quality, black with a clean winner. So say, as I said, when I say black, the Apple uses black more on their creatives, as I said. So they keep their black logo in the middle, and they use more of white space, which is more elegant, and which is very simple, but still it gets the attention of the people. So reliability, again, blue tops of the choice, and followed by the black. So both blue and black comes first. When I say courage, the purple and red comes. So the purple and red is very, there's only 1% difference between the purple and red, but still the courage comes red and purple. So fear, again, red. So as I said, when I use more of red, the people use in horror movie, or titling, or blood, it relates to the red. So fear comes on red. Fun, again, orange comes as the choice. So let's look onto the how gender wise people like the colors. So as I said, the blue tops up every colors, followed by green and red. So when you see this infographics, you can see blue tops up both the places, green tops up both the places, and purple red gets switched because women tend to like more of purple than red. So that's the reason. But still, the red has a good percentage. On the other side of the infographics, you will see the least liked color. So again, as I said, brown. Brown is a creative that no branding has been, very less branding has been used on brown, as their color doesn't attract, or the color doesn't go well with the branding. And the interesting fact is that women can see more colors than men. So when I say purple, it's going to be only purple. So they say they know 10 shades of purple. So that's how the woman looks on colors. So this is how the colors work on branding. So let's look into the blue first. So trust, strength, dependable. You can see Dell, you can see HP, you can see WordPress, you can see Facebook, you can see IBM, you can see Volkswagen, you can see Walmart, you can see Oral-B, you can see Fipser, you can see Vimeo. So all top brands has come on trust. So let's look into the red. So when I come to the red, the more of products are going to be packaging products. Kellogg's, Coca-Cola, uh, uh, Exxon, or Lay's, everything is going to be in the red. So all these products, why they choose red is that when they keep it in the supermarket, it has to eat the eyes. So it has to get the attention of the people who buy it. So that's how. So it's going to be more youthful, bold, and excitement. That's how it works. More of the packaging products, the other products also use red. Say if you can see Netflix, you can see Canon, you can see KFC. KFC is again a brand, packaging brand. And the next color, let's see about the orange. So as I said, orange is going to be very it's going to be very friendliness. It's going to be very cheerful. It's going to be very confident. It's going to be very young. It's going to be very creative. So though the products that has been related to these lines has more orange in it. Say Amazon, take Gulf, take Harley Davidson, and take VLC player. So all this comes under orange. So optimistic, clarity, and warmth. The yellow. So yellow color comes on more like an attention. So if you see MACD on your highway, there will be a large M in it which will be in yellow in color, and nobody can miss that hoarding there. So that's how they get the attention of the yellow. Say Shell petrol bunk. Even we'll have always have a confusion between what is Bharat Petroleum, what is an HP. So all these look same, but whereas Shell petrol bunk, it has the attention of this logo. We Anybody going in a highway will know this is going to be a Shell bunk. And again, Subway will also get your attention. The courier services DHL will get your attention. So these are the colors which will easily get into your eyes and mm, uh, will stay in your mind. So coming to the purple color, is going to be creative, imaginative wise. So very less brands or very less popular brands use uh, purple. The only thing, the more brands associated with the ladies, so woman oriented. So people don't use more on the corporate or the other brands. If you see, it's going to be see Cadbury's, Taco Bell, Barbie. So it's going to be more on this side. Also, on some extent, even corporates use purple color as to be very creative. Say Monster.com, Sifi, and all uses. Still, they have corporate brand, but still they have used purple as a different thing. And coming to the green color, as I said, green is going to be more on growth, health, fitness, peace, and it doesn't have any negative impact on it. Tropicana. So the color, when I say Tropicana, is going they sell the fruit pulps. So which is going to be, they say it's very naturally good. It comes from the trees. So they use more on green in it. And if the other brand is at Woodland, they also again come with the green. So lastly, we'll see about the black and white. So the Apple, Nike, uh, Puma, or the www.wikipedia, the older logo of Cartoon Network, everything has that black and white logo in it. Still, they haven't used many colors, but still it has been touched and it's been remembered for years. So this is how the colors work on branding. So the conclusion of this colors on how your creative works is that you need to first, before choosing sitting on the creatives or sitting on a branding on how to work on the colors, you need to know who are your audiences are. Suppose say I'm going to develop a lipstick brand and for the women, the colors that I would choose is purple, pink, or I can use even black also. So that's how you need to think who your audience is going to be and how your colors are going to impact them. So say if I'm going to if a corporation people has come to me and asked for to do a signboards for the whole Chennai city or the Bangalore city. So I'm obviously going to be use red, yellow, black. So these are the three colors that can give attention to the people. So that's how the colors that I would choose for the signboard. So for the each branch, the approach would be very different. Say if I had to test it for Facebook, the colors would be different. If I had to test it for Instagram, the colors would be different. If I had to go with the print, the colors would be different. So the most importantly, all we discussed now was all more of RGB colors. We haven't gone more to the CMYK one. The CMYK one is going to be the print colors. So what we saw all through now is going to be the print RGB colors. So the when I'm going to approach for the colors, it's going to be we are going to do a test. Say test A, test B, test C. So on this test and different surveys, you need to choose your colors because on first test you may fail because if you have to take a survey of 30 people and 20 people like your B color, you have to go with the B color. So you have to work more on who's going to be your target audience. So that's how your color is going to be. So now we can have some questionnaires from people.
All right, so thank you for your presentation. I have one question. So can you tell, have you had any experience in your career that you have done any rebranding for somebody, one of your clients, and how you came to a conclusion that that this is the color or this is the thing that I'm going to use? Can you just walk us through that?
Okay, so on my career, I had a brand called uh, Avat Pest Control. It's a Dubai brand. So initially we had to work on. So since it's a pest control, the color that I chose was green and the shades of green. So that's how we worked on initially. But the failure part was the green had given very pleasant look and didn't go well with the branding. Say when I say pest control, the branding would go on the full. They will wrap the whole car. Say if you take a car and they'll wrap the whole car, they'll do pamphlets, they'll do Facebook ads. So for all these things, green didn't work much. So we had to choose. We had to switch from green to red. So red worked very well for them on car branding as well as in the pamphlet as well as in the Facebook. So it went well. So that's how it's a trial and error method.
All right, sir. And any is there any trend that you have noticed wherein you have to constantly keep changing your colors or changing your shade like you told in order to keep the brand fresh? Any insights on that?
To my perspective, if you had to choose a brand and you have to choose a color, it has to stay forever. So that's how you have to work on colors. If you see Coca-Cola branding, they haven't changed their logo also even for past 20, 30 years. The same logo for past 20, 30 years. Whereas Pepsi, they have the same colors, but they have how they have rebranded themselves is going to be that they have changed their perspective on texting, they have changed their shapes, but the colors remain the same. So no brand has changed their colors. Even if you take Airtel, the Airtel logo has changed 3 times, but the color red has the same. The same red has been stayed forever. So when you choose a color on the brand, it's going to be the same color forever. So that's how you're going to choose your color because you can't change your colors because you see your Airtel brand in red and color for 10 years. Suddenly I change it to orange color. People don't relate it. You are changing a whole perspective of the brand. So that doesn't work. If I say orange, people always remember Hutch. H logo. So orange logo, we always remember that. So that's how the colors impact on audience. So that's how.
All right, so there's a question from the crowd saying many brands change their logos and their
Okay.
colors. Does that have a negative impact?
Not really. Suppose, as I said for an example, say Coca-Cola hasn't changed their logo for the past 20, 30 years. It's the same logo. It still stays in our mind. If you take Amazon, Amazon has never changed their logo at all. But whereas Airtel has changed their logo for 3 times, Vodafone has changed their logo. Now it's going to be VI now. So the color, when I say they don't change their colors much, but they change their logos and perspective on trends. Because say on Pepsi was not very optimistic on 10 years or 20 years back on their logos. It was on the 90s side. When I come to 2000 and millennium side, I had to change their perspective on the new age look of the Pepsi. So they have changed their logo and the shapes. Whereas Coca-Cola has a very strong branding them that even 30 years back, still they are running with the same logo. So that's how. So it depends. It doesn't really matters.
All right, sir. So there's another question. What are the kind of color that you would recommend for marketing tourism-based products or activities?
Okay, for tourism-based activities, the colors that I would recommend is green, blue. Green and blue would work because say the tourism comes. Why blue is that? You may ask, blue comes more of corporate and why blue in color? But the tourist, when I say tourism, we need to have more branding on the buses. We need to have more branding on print works. So on that means blue and green works better. So yeah, so blue and green.
All right, sir. So one more question I have. Can you walk us through like the difference that you told
Okay.
print colors and digital colors like CYMK and RGB? Can you tell us the drastic difference of why there is such a difference between both?
Okay. So everybody are having a system in front of you and you're looking at the Zoom. So these colors that you see in your monitor are RGB, so red, green, and blue. So these are the combination that you see in your screen. So in this colors, you have some 16-bit, 32-bit, 64-bit. So when I say those bits, it says the number of millions of colors that it generates. So blue means shades of blue, purple means shades of purple, green, the red means the shades of red. So those many colors that have been generated by the monitor. You see in your front of your screen with a more of pixels and RGB in it, which is more of clarity. So when I come to the print, so here it's a difficult. So what you see in your monitor, you won't get it in your print. Say if I had to design a logo or a creative in my computer and I look for it and I design it, I can't expect the same output in the print because the colors differs in the print. Why is that? The colors that works in the print is cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. So these are the 4 colors, and these 4 colors combines with the inks and they generate the other colors. There is no, if I had to pick a color of a shade of purple and place it in a creative and to print it, there is no colors in the ink or in the printer called the shades of purple. It combines each ink and generates color. So that's how it works. So that's how people in branding also they choose more of red or more of green on packaging materials. When you see green, when you see Colgate, if you have to go to a supermarket, you'll see more of red and green in it. So that's how they, because they don't have any problem with the color combinations.
So this is actually,
so that's how it works.
Yeah. So the composition even changes, like when you're saving it on the computer or on your device, it makes it in that format so that the printer can bring out the true color.
So on our work, what we'll do is like when we had to do a creative and we had to go for a print, we will first take a sample print. We will say it's called a first copy. So we'll take a first copy. We'll just examine if the colors are all right. If the color doesn't come right, we have to adjust in the monitor accordingly to print on the printer. So
All right.
it may not be pleasing on your monitor, but on the printer it may come out right. So that's how you have to do a trial and error. It doesn't come on flow.
All right, sir. So we have one more question from the crowd saying, what are the colors recommended for the fashion industry?
Okay. So if you take a fashion, uh, personally I would recommend black in it. So because why black is this? Black is that it has the elegant and it has the power of catching the audience perspective very much. Say if you take the fashion TV logo, or if you take a Maybelline, or if you take any fashion industry logos, uh, not very. If I say fashion, it is not going to relate only to the women. It is going to come to the men also. So black works more there.
All right. And so there is one more question from the crowd saying, what impact can a logo have for a business that's just starting up? Is it very important to have a logo in mind, or is it something that we can develop once the business starts picking up?
Mm, okay. Again, this is an approach how your brand, how you're building a brand. If you're building, there is a difference between building a brand and building a business. So if you're a person who's going to build up your business more than your brand, say I'm a person who's in a village who's doing a real estate business and I know people more. For him, the logo doesn't really matter. He can go with his business because he's a people oriented. He's a known person he's a local business who's running on the basis of people oriented. So for him, the logo doesn't matter much. So for me, for a person who has a thrive to build a brand, for him, yes, on down the 10 years, I'm going to grow big. I need a logo. Obviously, I need a logo, and it's going to be strong and it's going to hit on screens.
That's a really insightful answer, sir. So there's another question asking for color recommendations in the event management sector.
Okay, on the event management sector, uh, there is no specific colors that can go on event management sector because it's a open industry that you can organize any event in it. So it depends on your so for this I would say what name you come through for the brand. Say if I'm going to come as a Candid Red Studios, or if I'm going to come as a Candid or if I'm going to come as a Zenmark, uh, so it depends on the name and what is your motive behind it. From there your color goes, so it doesn't really stick to one colors.
So could you just walk us through, like, say, a few events? I think, let me tell you, like maybe a sporting event or a music event, or say an art exhibition. Like for these three examples, could you just tell what kind of colors can we use for promoting or publicizing these activities?
Okay, so let's if you had to say music industry, if I'm saying if I'm going to have a event or music industry, the orange would look orange color would work more on it. Say because it's going to be young, it's very creative, so the orange works more on it. Suppose say if I'm going to have a sports event, blue and black works on it. And what is the other thing that you asked for?
So something like art exhibition or something like that.
Okay, for the art and the music, both orange and red I would recommend orange and red because it's more vibrant, it's more young, it's more fresh, it's more talented. So those colors will work more on there. And even black also you can include because black is also an optimistic color.
All right. So yeah, this is a really good insights. Anybody has any other questions for him regarding any color choices or anything as such? All right, we've received. Yeah, so food delivery, like right now, we can see a lot of food delivery companies coming up and a lot of food related items. So any recommendations over there for branding, anything like that? Colors, like we've seen orange and red very widely being used, but any other than that,
Yes.
anything like that?
Okay. Yes, as you said, the orange and red as dominant colors, because why? Before telling you why do they use that color, is that on those are the people who does uh, travel on bike on roads, and people can see them continuously every time. Even if you just walk on the road, you can see them. So why do they choose that color? Is that to their branding? If I say, if I see a person, I can differentiate who is Swiggy and who is Zomato. It's going to be red and orange. And if there is a person who's coming in a black color, he's going to be Uber Eats. So that's how people has to differentiate. So if I again go, if I'm a competitor brand, I have to go with it to the industry. So now I have to choose a color which is little away from these three colors, or shades of these colors that can be differentiated my brand. So if I'm again going with an orange or red, people always remember Zomato more than my brand. So I have to. So this is little tricky, which has to be little worked on. How can we develop the colors to differentiate all three competitors? That's a good
So
question.
there's a lot of competitor analysis that has to be done even before picking
Yes,
color, before
yes,
before
yes, yes,
selecting a brand. Okay, all right, that
yes,
that
yes,
was
yes.
really insightful, sir. Yeah. So again, now it's come down to interior designing and walls and painting and such. So is there any insight? Definitely, it has an impact to the person living in a space. Any recommendations on colors when it comes to a space, interiors, or something like that?
Okay. For the interior designing, when I say interior designing, it's there needs to be a balance between the bright and creative side. It shouldn't be more vibrant also, as well as it shouldn't be more of dull colors also. So on that side, the colors that would work more on for an interior designer is black, blue. Mm, yes, black and blue would work for more for interior designers.
All right. So it depends
If you
on.
see, if you see, if you see more of interior designers or the architect logos, they mostly prefer black, because they don't go with colors much, as they wanted to be on more of elegant side. Blue, yes, of course, blue adds a more elegant, and it gives a corporate look. So blue can also be included on it.
All right, sir. All right. So I guess we can come to conclusion. Conclude this session. I hope there are no
Okay,
more
okay,
questions coming up. No, okay. We have actually
okay.
had uh, one more question. That is, how often can we change a color for a brand, and what would be the reason to change this color? Like, is it good, advisable, or what moves you to a point where you have to change your brand color or something?
Okay. So coming to this question, as a designer, you need to stick to one color on the brand. That would be my advice. Say I'm going to start my brand on 2001, and my color is going to be red. On 2050, my color is going to stay on red only. It's not going to go to the other colors. That's how the uh, research and homework that you have to do, the pre-production that I have to do before choosing any colors. I would say you cannot change your colors at all, because as a brand, if you had established for 10 years and you have stayed in your people's mind for 10 years, and you suddenly change your color, it's going to change the perspective of your brand. Yes, you can change your logo and shapes, but depending on the new insights or the new age people looks, yes, you can when it needed. But colors, I don't think so. You should stick to your colors. You can't change
All
actually.
right, sir. All right. Sir. Now, can you, some of the attendees here would like to reach out to you for certain clearing questions, or, getting some insights from you. So is there any way that they can connect with you?
Yeah. I can share you my email ID here. Uh,
So you can just
I can
drop
share
it
my
in the
email ID.
chat.
Yeah. I'll just put right away there. I'm sorry, my system is a bit stuck. Can you just note it down, like if I can
All right, so
fill
you
it
can
out,
tell me. I just put
if you
it
don't mind?
there. Not a yeah. Please tell.
KARUN
ARUN
SILVER
LVER
STONE 911
911
@gmail.com.
All right. Yes, sir. All right. So let's conclude this session today, sir. Thank you for the lovely presentation and answering all the questions here. We really had,
Okay, I have sent.
it was really insightful, sir.
Okay, and I have sent it in the answer section also. If you can view it also, you can. It's well and good.
All right. It's there in the chat section. The attendees can make note of the email ID. So thank you again, sir, for joining us. And thank you
Thank you for
lovely
everyone.
presentation.
Yeah. Thanks for the opportunity, my Captain QS. It was a really good experience for me, sharing my knowledge to all people. Thanks for this opportunity. Good luck for your future endeavors.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.